Welcome to Athletic Trainers in Public Safety, Seeking Employment, Part 2, Formulating the Action Plan. Thank you for seeking out this information. A clear, concise business proposal is essential for striving to develop a new program or apply for a position in public safety. This is the second in a three-part series of seeking employment in the public safety setting with fire and rescue, EMS, police department, or sheriff's office. Here will be ideas to build up one's action plan, which, when fully developed, will lead to a strong business proposal. Here are the educational points for this segment. We're going to take a look at the definition of a mission statement, the definition of an action plan. We're going to define SMART goals and how they apply to each of the tasks that you are going to be seeking. We have a sample action plan. There are some overarching questions that must be answered before you get too far along in your plan. We'll take a look at some sample tasks, and then we'll get you started on writing your business letter proposal by giving you some tips for that. A mission statement clearly focuses the direction of the proposal. Every strong business proposal has a strong mission statement. In this example, it is clear where the business proposal is headed. It is extraordinarily difficult to take on a goal of starting a program in public safety without having a roadmap of how to get there. The action plan is the way to do it. It helps you set up a detailed list of activities and tasks that you can complete in order to be on your way. SMART goals are great for keeping clarity when deciding on goals or tasks. Simply put, they help keep the planning focused and the individual on target. Specific goals are focused and clear. Measurable goals, whether or not the goal is completed. An attainable goal is achievable. One may need help, and that's okay. Don't let the goal get too complicated and set yourself up for failure. Keep it simple. A relevant goal, does it relate to your goal of achieving a position? And also, does this relate to your life plan? And a time-bound goal, set your target to complete all of your tasks. Sample action plan. Action plans are pretty generic. One can find others on the internet, or perhaps from classes that someone has made and taken, or perhaps from another athletic trainer, or from workshops or presentations that you have been part of. We want to start off with a goal, a long-term goal, which is to gain employment as an athletic trainer. You're going to make a list of tasks. You want to brainstorm a zillion tasks, write them down, and then you can weed out the ones you need and add ones that you may find more specific. You're going to prioritize the task. You're going to develop a timeline for each task. You're going to look at resources that you need to help you making the proposal. And you're going to review your progress along the plan about every 2 weeks. You want to check off those are completed and revise your plan. Don't throw away your earlier plan, because it's amazing how many times you may need to refer back to that. So your ultimate objective is developing the business proposal, and a good action plan and a living document action plan will help you get there. Before we get too much farther, there are some overarching questions that need to be answered. What type of athletic training position is being sought? Is it full-time, part-time, contract employee, agency employee, outreach? In my experience, I have found that the agency employee has the best benefit, not only to the employee, but to the agency. Keep in mind that the agency's main goal is to reduce medical costs, and their secondary goal is to keep the employee working. Where are you looking to be employed? At a training academy, a station, A separate facility that is still part of the agency? What public safety entity are you looking at? Fire department, sheriff's office, police department, EMS, corrections? What size of agency? How many employees are you looking to take on? Are you looking at a township, a city, a county, state, federal agency? If you're looking at an agency that has 25 firefighters, that is not enough to sustain a full-time employee. However, if you do a really fantastic job as an athletic trainer with those 25 employees as a part-time athletic trainer, you may look at expanding your practice and then look and see if you can form a relationship, say, with the police department or the sheriff's office. And if that goes well, look to see if you can expand to township or city employees. And before you know it, you may have moved yourself into a full-time position. It won't happen overnight. It'll take months, but it can be done. Don't limit yourself. And don't overextend yourself, thinking that you can be the athletic trainer for the New York State Police Department. Sample tasks. What makes a basic action plan personal are the tasks identified which are unique to the objective, in this case, public safety. These tasks are not in any order. Timelines should be specific to the ability to be performed. Gathering relevant injury data, local and national. Put together a business card if you don't already have one. Make relationships with fire department, law enforcement officers. Find an advocate to help you move the proposal forward. In my opinion, this will generally be a commander, someone of rank of lieutenant and above. Discuss the plan with your local team, physicians, orthopedists. You'll find that the workers' compensation panel of physicians list is primarily orthopedists, and you already have a relationship, likely because of your involvement with athletic teams. Use that relationship. Research presentations, papers, articles by current public safety athletic trainers to gain some insight in what they do. Develop an information packet for your proposal about athletic trainers in public safety occupational settings. The NATA has tons of information on this. And then research the agency command structure, the equipment the employees use, what they wear on their body, and what they drive. Research annual medical costs through the Freedom of Information, Public Information Annual Report. And take a look at the employee age range and the number of medical conditions that can occur in that active employee. And again, brainstorm all the time. Jot down your thoughts to add to the task list. The business letter proposal. The business letter proposal is how you start your official conversation with the agency. It's a brief introduction of the athletic trainer to that agency. The business letter proposal is attached to supporting documents for a more thorough picture of the intended position. So to begin with, you definitely want to be concise. This is a one-page letter, formal business style. Be careful about I statements. You want to start thinking about previous work with public safety. If it was paid or volunteer, it all counts. Write as though you're speaking to a real person. Share relevant experiences, an example or two of your work product. And for sure, have your letter reviewed before mailing for editorial changes. And now to the substance of the business letter proposal. Very simple, very basic. Start with the introduction. What are you asking for? Why this needs consideration? What are agency problems your position could solve? 2 sentences, max, that's it. Keep it simple. Make your case. 1 to 2 paragraphs, no more than that. Defined athletic trainer. They're not going to really know about you. Sad, but they may not, so you'll have to advocate for yourself and for the profession. Outline the benefits, very short and sweet. Add your significant work experience related to public safety if possible. Share other agencies who have athletic trainers on staff. Don't assume that the interviewer will know all about your proposal or relevant data supporting the proposal. And your ending is to ask to meet to promote further what you would like to do. And this is a sample ending sentence, and you can have fun fixing up your own. We move on to part 3, our next segment, which involves pulling all the pieces together in order for one step toward making the actual approach to a public safety agency. Thank you for your time and attention today. If you need any more information, my contact information is on the following slide. And until we meet next time, be safe.